Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Big Homie Lil Homie Vibe. I'm your mentor, Mr. AP, and I want to thank each and every single one of you that are listening and watching at this time. The Vibe is a platform that we're going to use to highlight our program, which is Big Homie Lil Homie Mentoring. So we're going to use this platform to highlight our mentors, our big homies, and we're going to most importantly highlight our mentees, which are our little homies. So each and every episode that we show you. We will highlight um, either a mentor or a mentee so they can share their personal experience with our program and some of the things and some of the ways mentoring has impacted their lives. One in three of us grow up without a mentor in our life. So the numbers uh, say that one in three young people grow up without a mentor, without some sort of positive male role model in their life. Now, Big Homie Lil Homie is committed to building strong and trusting relationships, positive attitudes, and life skills in young males through mentoring and enriching life experiences here in our community of Columbia, South Carolina. Um, Dr. Jamal Stroud is our founder. He is also our executive director. And at some point, he will be on to provide you the Big Homie Little Homie story and kind of talk about how this whole mentoring machine uh, came or got started. So he will be on at some point throughout our segments. Um, just to kick it off, we're going to always start each segment with what we call the mentoring moment. So we will open and we will close with a mentoring moment, just to kind of give you the format of our show. After that, we will bring on one of our very special guests. Certainly, so one of our little homies will be on, or big homie uh, will be on to talk about mentoring as it relates to them. But specifically today, certainly one of the most important people in our program is the little homie. So we will have a little homie on today to talk about his experience, um, you know, as it relates to mentoring. And once we return, we will jump right into the mentoring moment. So let us pay a few bills. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Welcome back to the Vibe, everyone. I'm your mentor, Mr. AP, and this is today's opening mentoring moment. Um, a lot of you may know or may not know or may have heard or may not have heard. Big Homie Little Homie is a 501c profit, nonprofit, excuse me, 50C nonprofit program here in Columbia, South Carolina. We mentor boys, young males aged 6 to 16 that are currently in a single parent home, um, a home that currently does not have a father figure or any type of positive male role model. And we provide guidance and mentorship to that group of young males here in Columbia, South Carolina. And we have ventured outside of Columbia for just a bit. We do obviously serve Lexington County as well. We serve some of Fairfield County, some of Sumter County, and definitely even as far as Orangeburg, we've mentored before. And it's always our goal to take our program national. So prayerfully, we will be able to do that in the near future, where we can expand on this entire mentorship um, journey that we're on, because mentors are needed. As I stated earlier, one in three young people grow up without a mentor, without someone that could put them in a positive direction. So we're looking to break down that number and we do that through mentorship. Big Homie Home is devoted. We are devoted to shaping and molding youth into great men of society. And kind of just to give you a little bit of scope on what we do and what we are involved with. Certainly, our program is built on a couple levels of mentorship and how we do it. Certainly, we have to be able to expand that in order to reach most of our base. Um, First thing, we have outings. So we'd gather a few little homies here or there, and we would take them on outings such as skating, wrestling events, sporting or other sporting events. Um, Also, we have lunch and learn discussions. So we would gather again a group of our mentees and just kind of go over with them certain things, aspects or life skills that they would require throughout their life, whether it be financial literacy, whether it be building a resume for for our teenagers or for our high school group, or just learning a trade, just something that they can learn, throughout the years that would carry them through adulthood. We also do what we call school pop-ups. So basically, what happens is the parent will add us to the little homies visitation list at their school, and we'll just come. We'll just come visit from time to time, and most of those visits are unannounced because we want that element of surprise, to kick in. Because certainly we want to be able to uh, catch our little homie in a position where they're being the best version of themselves. Those visits normally they don't last long because we don't want to interrupt any type of instruction time. So they normally range from 15 to 30 minutes, but it is a powerful time because once they come through that door and they see our face, it's like a big surprise to them, and we normally get the biggest smile. Um, and a lot of times we just go to give just a few moments of motivation. Um, and sometimes we just go to sit down and have lunch with them. Like I said, it's not a long period of time that we do that because they do need motivation throughout the school day because it can be a little stressful for them from time to time. So we kind of go there and give them an extra dose of support that they need. Also, we have virtual learnings. Every Wednesday, we have a virtual Zoom, which is live on Facebook. So we'd gather, a handful or as many as we possibly can to join our Zoom, and we talk about a particular topic that is popular or that is relevant at the time, or some sort of current event that we need to touch on. But those Zoom sessions are very powerful moments, and just the ability for the mentors to come on and be able to drop knowledge and to drop so many gems and so many tools to our little homies is a great moment. And we also provide some educational assistance as we have tutors throughout our program. We have other educational resources as well. So that's just a small glance at what we do as a program as far as mentorship. We've only been around since 2017, so we are really still in our young toddler phase of our program. Uh, but we would not have been sustainable at this point if it has not been for the great partnerships that we have formed in the community, whether it be through community leaders, through community groups, other nonprofit organizations, and just the community as a whole. We have overall been successful in our efforts to mentor young people here in Columbia. We owe it all to our community, all our supporters and our sponsors and our donors. Certainly, we wouldn't be able to do this without you. And like I've always said, and like I will always say, Big Homie the Homie is in the mentoring business because we are in the business to mentor. That was today's mentor moment. So once we come back again, I will introduce a very special guest to you. He's one of our very own little homie mentees. So after this short break, we'll be right back with the vibe. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Vibe. I'm your mentor, Mr. AP. And again, joining us today is one of our very own Lil Homie mentees. His name is Rashon. He is recently a recipient of the Youth Leadership Award for showing great leadership skills in the classroom and at home. He is currently on the AB honor roll, and he has also received awards for his academic excellence and leadership and for being the most engaged. He is a part of his praise and worship team at church, and he's just overall a fun-loving, easygoing little homie. And we frequently find him in a position where he's oftentimes mentoring our younger mentees as well at certain events. So he's been a great help to us throughout the years. He's going to come on and talk to us. This kid's such a rock star, and it is definitely an honor to be able to have him on today. Um, and so, with that said, Rashawn, what's going on with your kid? How's things going today?
Good. How about you?
Okay. Well, make sure you speak up a little bit so our viewers and everyone that's listening and watching can hear you clearly. Okay, because certainly this is a great honor just to have you. We appreciate you coming on. So it's been a long summer. Things have been going great for us. Tell us a little bit about your summer and some of the things you've been doing.
I haven't been doing a lot, like a lot. I just been at home playing the game, spending time with family and friends. But I got a trip coming up to Myrtle Beach soon, so that's all I have been doing this summer.
Okay, Myrtle Beach. Yes, we love it. Here in Columbia, here in South Carolina, we love Myrtle Beach. So beach time is always good time, is always great for family time and just a quick getaway for us. Good stuff, good stuff. So school's almost here. We got another couple weeks before school starts. You ready for that?
Yes, sir.
You might be the only one, kid, because I'm not ready. Mr. AP got to go back to class too, and I'm just not ready to go back yet. Summer went by too fast. That was just too quick. But we're proud of you in that regard for maintaining that AB honor roll. So that lets me know you're super smart. So just keep that up. Stay focused inside the classroom, and everything's going to be okay. So um, just tell us, the listening audience, the viewing audience, tell us a little bit about you. Tell us who Rashawn is. What do you want us to know about you as a person?
That I am a fun, caring, funny person at times. I'm an eighth grader at Summit Parkway, and I'm a part of the band. And I'm a part of the Youth National Choir at a large church organization called GCOD.
Okay, so you sound super busy. You might be busier than Mr. AP, but that's up for debate. So great stuff. It sounds like you're staying involved. Um, Sounds like you're headed in the right direction because being involved in all those activities definitely helps you become exposed to so many different opportunities. So, as a mentor, I recommend you continue on that path. So you're headed to the eighth grade.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that means this is your last year in middle school. So how do you plan to prepare for high school? Because this is your last year. What do you think you need to do to maintain what you're doing to get to high school?
Staying focused, not being playful during class and disrupting class. Just keep your mind to the correct focus and make goals.
Absolutely. So what especially heard out of that is making goals. Goals is so important. And we've talked about it time and time again throughout some of our mentoring sessions. We've talked about it, you and I personally. You've heard it so many times throughout this program. Goals are so important, but the most important thing about setting a goal is setting a plan. So just think about your plan. Whatever that plan is, make sure you stick to it. Uh, don't get easily distracted because there will be distractions. You know, Unfortunately, life is set up with distractions embedded into them. But we, as people, you as a young person, as a teenager, definitely have to be able to get around those distractions because there's in your generation, is so many distractions, right? So tell us about no, since you've been in middle school, what have been some of your challenges that you faced? Just being in middle school and just being, you know, because middle school is that time where you have to you're looking to figure out who you are as a young person. So what are some challenges you faced, either sixth, seventh, and as you are about to go into the eighth grade?
The challenges was basically all the distractions during class, kids trying to distract you, throwing pistols and stuff like that. But you gotta focus on the right thing instead of the people throwing everything around. So
Okay.
that's
Yeah, definitely classroom distractions can be, definitely they could cause you to lose focus. So being able to separate yourself even inside the classroom. I know it's maybe 15 or 20 kids in there. I don't know what the ratio is for your school, but just being able to put yourself in a position where uh, your friends are still your friends, but it's all about business inside that classroom. So just make sure you are staying focused on that, you know. And sometimes I know your spirit, so I know you're the guy who would tell somebody, "Hey, dude, just wait till we go on a break or whatever. Wait till after school. We can talk about that later. But right now, it's all about business inside this classroom. So keep that about you because the challenges they're not going to stop coming. It's just we have to figure out how to get around them or how to put them in a position where they could be advantageous to us. All right. So great response there. I appreciate that. Um, and definitely, you've been with us for how long in this program?
I think for about 5 years, I believe.
Yeah, it's dude, we don't watch you grow up. I remember you were so little and so short. Now you almost taller than me. So, uh, yeah, you've grown up with us. So good stuff. So tell me what's the best thing or some of the best things you've enjoyed about Big Homie, Little Homie mentoring.
That they help the people without father figures have a life they never had before.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, that's our target is to target homes where young males do not have a father figure or a positive male role model. And like Dr. Jamal, he's going to come on at some point and he's going to kind of tell you his story. And that's kind of how this program was built based off of that, his own personal story. I don't want to steal any thunder from him, so I won't dig too much into his own story. Um, but to hear you say that, Rashawn, is powerful stuff because now I know that you understand our purpose and our mission, and you basically understand the assignment. So that was a great response. So thank you for that. And um, you say you've been with us for about 5 years. So tell me, um, why is having a mentor so important to you?
Because they could tell you what they've been through to make sure you don't make the same mistakes that they made.
Absolutely. So I can tell you personally, anytime I share experiences or give advice to yourself or even another little homie, is based on things I've already dealt with. You know, it's something that I've already done in my life, or it's already a mistake that I've made before. So the goal is to share those personal experiences with you in hopes that it provides you a direct path on how to be better than that, right? So it's so important to us that we share those experiences in order for you to be successful. And nobody's perfect, so we don't expect you to be perfect. We understand you will make mistakes. Uh, you'll probably make few more bad decisions in your life, but the goal is to hope that you learn from those and continue to move forward. Um, and just a few more things. I don't want to take too much more of your time, but talk to us about that leadership award that you got. You say you got a leadership award. How did it make you feel, and why did you think that you got identified as a leader? Why do you think they say you're a leader? What are some of the things that you did to show your leadership?
So basically, I got the leadership award because it's a whole bunch of younger people. It's like a mentor group at school as well. It's like smaller kids there, so you gotta help out, make sure they're doing the right thing. If you see them playing in the hallway, tell them to cut it out and go straight to class. and stuff. And they told me specifically that if you see them in the hallway acting bad, just tell them to get to class.
Okay, I like that. So you kind of stepped up and became a leader and not a follower there. And sometimes being a leader is not popular because sometimes you have to make uncomfortable decisions. You know, you have to hold people accountable, which it sounds like that's what you were doing. Um, so great job. You know, leadership. You embody the concept of leadership just now, based on what you just told us. So definitely keep that up, and it sounds like you are very well deserved of that award. So man, we're just so proud of you, and just to see your growth over the last few years has been remarkable for us. Myself and Dr. Jamal always speak so highly of you, and we want you to continue to do those things because you know you're already setting the pace for the younger little homies that are watching you, even at our events. You know, you want to lead so much because you want to do things and you want to be in charge of things. So that is a good trait to have. You're always volunteering to help out. So do not ever lose that because that is going to take you a long way in life. That is so positive. And again, we thank you so much for coming on. I know your time is tight today. Um, and my best piece of advice for you is continue to be a leader. All right. But a good leader has to be able to follow first. So make sure you're following the right people. Make sure you're following the right advice. Make sure you're following your instinct. All right. So being able to follow is super important. But where it is more important is you have to know when to stop following and start leading. That's super important when it comes to leadership. Um, but again, Rashawn, thanks so much for being on with us. Again, we are so proud of you and we won't take up any more of your time. Is there any advice you want to give to our little homies that are going into middle school? Because we have a great number of little homies going from elementary to middle school. What is one piece of advice that you will give them as they are entering the sixth grade?
Don't be around the wrong crowd.
Don't be around the wrong people. Absolutely, sir. That is a great piece of advice, and we are definitely going to take that to the bank. Again, thanks, Rashawn, for being on. I appreciate you. And everyone, when we come back, we will come back with our closing mentoring moment after we pay a few bills. Thanks, everyone, for listening to Rashawn. And again, we'll be back. Thank you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Big Homie Little Homie Vibe. I am your mentor, Mr. AP, and I thank you for being with us here today. Um, Thank you so much for that young man who just came on and spoke with us. Again, that's just a small glimpse of what we are doing here at Big Homie Little Homie because we want to be able to touch and impact young males here in the Columbia, South Carolina that are currently facing a fatherless home or a home that doesn't have a positive male role model. And that young man has come a long way through our program, and he definitely just showed it. So again, thank you, Rashawn, for coming on. So today's closing mentoring moment, I definitely want to talk about. Uh, I call it the process. You know, everything we do in life has a process, and it's so important that we understand that the process is how we get things, how we make things happen, how we are successful at what we're doing. And the problem today, particularly with young people today, they don't want to follow a certain process that is required of them. And it's not all of them, but young people in this society, in this generation, they're built a little bit different. I think we all can say that. So it's important to us. It's important to mentors. It's important to us as adults. And it's we have an obligation to today's young people that we make sure that they're following life's process, whether it be from getting up in the morning to going to bed at night. Everything has a process to it in order for it to be successful. Because we've seen firsthand, particularly here in Colombia, what unguided youth can do. We've seen what unguided youth are doing in their communities, in our communities. Um, I, I'm gonna say it again because I've said it so many times. 1 in 3 of us grow up without a mentor or a positive male role model. We have to change that statistic. We have to change that number. And we do that by getting involved with our young people, by mentoring, by just doing a little bit, getting involved with the youth in your church, getting involved with the youth in your neighborhood, uh, s- getting involved with youth in your own family. All right. The time is right now. The time is now, ladies and gentlemen. The time of wondering how to stop senseless acts of violence, how to stop teen pregnancies, how to stop absent fathers, and just the overall miseducation of our young people. The time is now to act. We cannot put this off any longer. You know, you probably can hear the passion in my voice because I have a passion when it comes to making sure young people move forward with their lives. Um, their future, our future, is solidified by our obligation to be able to help young people and move them forward. We have to be able to do that, ladies and gentlemen. We have to be able to do that. So let's work together. Let's continue getting out there and advocating for young people and help them to unlock their potential. We have a belief that young people are the future. They are. Every young person has potential. Every young person has the potential to become great, to be great, to be successful. Every young person has the potential to be a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer and even the president of the United States. And if a young person chooses not to go into one of those fields, whatever positive avenue that they decide to take, we have to be on board with that. We have to push them. We have to guide them. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your mentor, Mr. AP. We are Big Homie, Little Homie Mentoring Program. We are in the mentoring business because we are in the business to mentor. So until next time, we want you to be blessed and we want you to have a great day. Thank you.